Have you ever noticed that life is constantly trying to knock you off balance? You know, sometimes it's people, sometimes it's pressure, sometimes it's bad news, financial stress, health issues, or simply just too much on your plate. The question isn't whether life will test your balance. It will. The question is, can you keep your center while everything around you is moving? And while you're moving through all of it? That's what today's lesson is all about. In martial arts, one of the very first lessons you learn has nothing to do with punching or kicking or throwing. It has to do with balance. Because if your balance is weak, your techniques are weak. If your balance is strong, everything becomes stronger. The same principle applies to life, doesn't it? Most people think balance means standing perfectly still. It doesn't. Balance is maintaining your center while you're moving through a changing and challenging world. That's balance. Here's the thing. People will try to push you. Keep your balance. The world will try to pull you. Keep your balance. Life will try to knock you off your feet. Keep your balance. Here's what I've learned after decades in personal development and martial arts. Your greatest strength isn't avoiding difficult people. It isn't avoiding setbacks. It isn't avoiding stress or challenges. Your greatest strength is learning how to return to center again and again and again, because your center is where your wisdom lives. It's where your confidence lives. It's where your courage lives. When you lose your center, you become reactive, don't you? You become emotional, don't you? You make decisions you'll regret. You say things you wish you hadn't. You become whoever the circumstance tells you to be. The circumstance owns you. But when you stay centered, you respond instead of react. You think clearly. You remain grounded. You become difficult to shake. That's real power. Watch a skilled martial artist. When someone pushes them, they don't panic. They don't stiffen. They don't overreact. They stay connected to center because everything they do begins there. Life works exactly the same way. Someone criticizes you, do you lose your center? A business deal falls apart, do you lose your center? Someone cuts you off in traffic, do you lose your center? The stock market drops, do you lose your center? An unexpected diagnosis, a family disagreement, a difficult season. Every one of these moments asks the same question. Where is your center? Most people spend their lives trying to control everything around them. Their spouse, their kids, their coworkers, the economy, politics, social media, even the opinions of strangers. But have you ever noticed that the more you try to control everything, the more everything gets out of control? The more you try to push and pull at life, the more life pushes and pulls back. Here's the problem. The more you depend on the outside world to stay calm, the more power you give it over your emotions. Mental martial arts teaches something different. Instead of trying to control the world and everything around you, learn to master what's happening within you, because that is where your real power lies. So how do you stay centered? Well, you don't wait until life becomes chaotic. You prepare before chaos arrives. Just like martial arts, they don't practice balance during the tournament. They practice it every day before the tournament. I call these centering habits. Small daily disciplines that strengthen your inner foundation, because every habit either pulls you away from your center or brings you back to it. Here are a few centering habits that have a profound effect over time. I suggest you practice a few of them. 1, own your morning before the world starts pulling at you. And so instead of grabbing your phone, spend 5 or 10 quiet minutes breathing, reflecting, praying, meditating, or simply becoming aware of yourself. Begin the day from your center, not from someone else's agenda, you know? Number 2, move your body. Exercise isn't just about your muscles. Movement regulates your nervous system. It burns stress, it clears mental clutter. A strong body supports a steady mind. Number 3, guard your attention. Your attention is one of your most valuable resources. Not everything deserves it. Every notification, every argument, every headline, every distraction pulls on your center. Choose carefully what you allow into your mind. Number 3, practice returning. Notice I didn't say, never lose your balance. You will. Everyone does. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is learning to come back faster. Take one breath, pause, reset, reconnect with yourself, return to center again and again. That's the practice, returning over and over again. There's another side to balance that people often overlook. Your body influences your mind more than you think. If your blood sugar is constantly spiking and crashing, your emotions often follow. You know, a balanced diet doesn't just support your physical health. It supports emotional steadiness and clearer thinking. The same goes for work. If work consumes your entire life, eventually your center shifts from purpose to pressure. Protect your time for the people who matter. Protect your time for rest. Protect your time for yourself. And you know what? Your social life matters too. Healthy relationships remind us that we are not meant to carry life alone. Spend time with people who leave you feeling stronger and calmer and more grounded, not constantly drained. And finally, develop a mindfulness practice, whether that's meditation, prayer, breath work, journaling, or simply sitting in silence for a few minutes each day. It's vital. It's very important. Give your mind a place to become still, because you can't hear your inner wisdom if your life is always noisy. Remember, people will push you. The world will pull you. Life will try to throw you. Your greatest skill isn't avoiding these forces. It's learning to return to your center again and again, because power doesn't come from controlling the world around you. It comes from remaining centered while you're moving through that world. That's mental martial arts. Listen, if this message helps you, then I'd love to hear from you. Hit the like button and subscribe for more mental martial arts lessons every week. And I'd like to leave you with one question. What is one centering habit that helps you stay balanced when life gets difficult? Share it. Share it in the comments, because you might encourage someone or give someone a piece of advice who really needs it today. Until next time, train your mind, strengthen your spirit, protect your center. I'll see you in the next lesson.